Good evening, everyone. I'm Vinuta Bhatt, working as a biology lecturer. So, yesterday we have started the chapter Living World and we learned some synopsis and already we solved some questions related to the Living World chapter. So, this is the second session. So, today also we are solving some important questions, some CET questions from this chapter. Okay, so am I audible? So, I hope my voice so that is clear. Okay, yes, ಎಲ್ಲ ರೆಡಿ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಳ್ತೇನೆ. ಸೊ ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್. Which among the following best describes the word growth in living organisms? So dear students, this question that is from the deleted portion. Okay, so we didn't study about the growth and the characteristics of the living organisms, only we have studied the binomial nomenclature and taxonomic categories, only that much we have studied. So this question is that is from the deleted portion, so it's okay, just solve this question, try to solve this question. Okay, which among the following best describes the word growth in living organisms? Increase in mass either due to accumulation or due to the change that body undergoes internally. Increase in mass due to internally cell division and increase in number due to a replication are twin characteristic of growth. All living organisms grow throughout their life. Growth is a sufficient characteristic to determine whether an organism is living or non-living. So here, which one the which one of the following that describes the word growth properly? So here, what is the correct answer for this question? Let's try to solve this question. So increase in, yes, option B is increase in mass either due to accumulation or due to the change that body undergoes internally. Yes. Increase in mass due to internally cell division and in number due to a replication are twin characteristic of growth. Here we can say option B. So due to the cell division, right? So here due to the cell division, the increase in the mass or number due to the replication are the twin characteristic of the growth. So that is the most related sentence. Second question, what is the basic unit of classification in Linnaean system of taxonomy? Option A, family. Option B, species. Option C, order. Option D, class. Yes, what is the basic unit of classification? Yes, comment your answer in chat box. Basic unit of the classification. Basic unit of the classification. Yes, somebody. Option B, yes, species. Yes, the correct answer is option B, species. That is the basic unit of the classification of the Linnaean hierarchy. Okay, taxonomic hierarchy. Okay, the correct answer is species. Next question. Who is known as father of taxonomy for his contribution to the classification of the organisms? Option A, Charles Darwin. Option B, Gregor Mendel. Carolus Linnaeus, Louis Pasteur. Yes, who is called as father of taxonomy? Yes, already we learned this scientist name. Option C. Yes, Charles Darwin, his works towards the evolution and theories of evolution. Gregor Johann Mendel, so inheritance, principles of the inheritance, and the Carolus Linnaeus, mainly related to the classification of the organisms and known as father of taxonomy. The correct answer for this question is option C, Carolus Linnaeus. Okay, next question. Compared to genus, which of the following is less general in characters? Okay, so here less general in characters. So compared to the genus, read the question properly. Which of the following is less general in characters? Option A, family. Option B, species. Option D, kingdom. And option C, kingdom. Option D, class. Less general in characters. Yes, what is the answer for this question? Anybody? Just comment your answer in chat box. So here, correct answer, that is species. The taxonomic hierarchy goes from most general to the least general. So the species is less general than genus. So here the correct answer, that is species. Option B is the correct answer. Next question. In taxonomic hierarchy, family is interpolated between kingdom and class, class and order, order and genus, class and genus. So the family that is present in between of which of the following? Yes. What is the correct answer? Yes, here to remember the taxonomic hierarchy. So there is a one mnemonic. Okay. Dear King Philip came over for great soup. Here, king that represents the kingdom. Philip that is the phylum. C means that is the class. O means order. Then F means family. G means that is the genus. Then the soup means S, that is the species. So this is the mnemonics to remember the order of this taxonomic hierarchy. Okay. King Philip came over for great soup. So if you remember this mnemonics, so you can write it in order. All the taxonomic hierarchy in order. King Philip came over for great soup. Okay. So here, what is the question? The question is, the family is interpolated between order and the genus. Yes, the correct answer is option C, order and the genus. The correct answer, that is the order and genus. Okay. Next question. Binomial nomenclature means. What is the meaning of this binomial nomenclature? Option A. One name given by two scientists. One scientific name consisting of generic and the specific epithet. Two names, one Latinized, other of a person. Two names of a same plant. Yes, what is the correct option related to the binomial nomenclature? Yes, yes, the correct option, that is the second one. One scientific name consisting of generic name and the specific epithet. Yes, that is the correct answer. Binomial nomenclature. Please note down the question. Next question. In printed scientific names, only the dash is capitalized. So in printed, so which one should be capitalized? Class, species, genus, family. Here in the scientific name, genus name and species name will be there. Right. So here the genus name, the first letter of the genus name. Okay, so in printed scientific names, only dash is capitalized. So that is the first word of the genus, first letter of the genus. For example, Mangifera is there means. So the first letter that should be capital. So the correct answer is option C. Okay, printed scientific names, only the first letter of the genus that should be capitalized. Here the correct answer is genus. Please note down this question. Next question. Which of the following statements regarding nomenclature is correct? Which of the following statements regarding the nomenclature is correct? Generic name always begins with capital letter, whereas specific name with small letter. Scientific name should be printed in italics. Scientific name when typed or handwritten should be underlined. All of the above. So which of the following statements regarding nomenclature is correct? So let us say generic name always begins with a capital letter. Yes, that is correct. And whereas specific name, that is begin with the small letter. Yes, that is also correct one. So option A is correct one. See the second one, scientific name should be printed in italics. Yes, that is also correct one. So here two options are correct. So we can go directly to the option D, that is all of the above, because the option is option, the correct option is option D. See the option C also, scientific name when typed or handwritten should be underlined. Yes, option C is also correct. So you can directly tick the option D, the correct answer, that is all of the above. Please note down this question. Next question. Which one of the following statement is correct about the biodiversity? Which one of the following that is correct about the biodiversity? Read the statements. It is the occurrence of varied type of organisms on earth. Each different kind of plant, animal or organism represents the species. The number of species. Yes. The number of species that are known are described range between 1.7 to 1.8 million. So read this
You
all
see,
the statements.
they are unaware
Please
of it,
mute your.
students, literally. They don't know.
Which one of the following statements is correct about the biodiversity? Yes, it is the occurrence of the varied type of the organisms on earth. Yes, that is also correct statement. So that we studied. And see the third statement, the number of species that are known and described ranges, that is 1.7 to 1.8 million. Yes, this sentence also we studied, right? Here, so these two statements that are correct. So we can go to the option D, all of the above, because then read the option B. Each different kind of plant, animal or organism represents the species. So the different kind of the organism, animal that represents the species. Yes, that is also a correct answer. So these three are correct statements regarding the biodiversity. So you can tick the correct option, that is option D. I'll give you 1 minute time to write for each question. Next question. Which of the following statements are not correct? Okay, so you have to find out the incorrect statement. Lower the taxon, more are the characteristics are that the members within the taxon share. Order is the assemblage of genera which exhibit a few similar characters. Cat and dog are included in the same family Felidae. Binomial nomenclature was introduced by the Carolus Linnaeus. Here we have to find out the incorrect statements, right? So here this one, so that we know directly, right? Binomial nomenclature was introduced by the Carolus Linnaeus. This option we know. Here cat and dog, they belong to the different family. So cat and dog that belongs to the different family. Okay, so here dog belongs to the family that is called as Canidae. So dog family that is called as Canidae and cat family that is called as Felidae. So they belongs to the different family. They do not belong to the same family. So option third is the wrong answer. Option fourth one is the correct answer. Order is the assemblage of genera which exhibit a few similar characters. So is it assemblage of genera, order? Here, order, is it the assemblage of genera? Yes, so that is the correct one, right? Lower the taxon, more are the characteristics that the members within the taxon share. Yes, so that is also correct answer, because when they move to the kingdom to the species, kingdom in the species move adaga, so more characteristics that members within the taxon share, they share the more similar mm, characters. Lower the taxon means that is species and genus, like that when it moves from kingdom that is the higher taxon, species that is the lower taxon. When the lower the taxon, they share the more characteristics. Yes, that is also a correct option. So here the correct option that is here. See the options 1, 2 and 3. Which one of the statements that are incorrect? Here one more option is given. Option A 1, 2 and 3. Option 1, 2 and 3. So these three sentences are wrong. B 2, 3, 4. 1 and 4, 2 and 3. Yes, what is the correct answer here? So we did something wrong here. Option D 2 and 3. Okay. Here, yes, this one is the wrong one. Yes, correct. Yes, sorry. This order is the assemblage of genera. So that one is also wrong answer, because order, that is not a assemblage of genera which exhibit few similar character. So these both sentences are wrong. So option 2 and 3 are the wrong answer. Sorry. Here, this one is also wrong answer and this one is also wrong answer. Both 1 and 4 are the correct one. Okay, binomial nomenclature was introduced by Carolus Linnaeus, and lower the taxon, more are the characteristics that members within the taxon share. Next question. Which of the following statements are correct? Genus comprises of group of related species. Taxon represents a taxonomic group of individual organisms. Family comprises of group of related genera. Taxonomic category class includes the related orders. See the options 1, 2 and 4. 2 and 4, 1, 2, 1, 3 and 4, 2, 3 and the 4. Yes, you have to find out the correct answer for this question. Genus comprises group of related species. Yes, so related species, that comes under the genus, right? So here A, which contain the option 1 and the C. A and C. So remaining 2 we can eliminate. Then see the second option. Taxon represents a taxonomic group of individual organisms. Is it correct? Taxon represents a taxonomic group of individual organisms. And see the option. Family comprises of a group of related genera. Family comprises of group of related genera. Yes, so please remember the taxonomic hierarchy. So remember the taxonomic hierarchy and which find out the which one is the correct answer. Taxonomic category class includes the related orders. Yes, here class, that includes the related orders, that is the correct one. Fourth option is there in A and C. But what about the third option? Is it correct one? Or the second one is the correct one? So here family comprises of the related genera. So C is the correct answer. Okay. So family, so that is group of genera that constitute the family. So this is the correct sentence. And taxonomic category class includes the related orders. This is also correct sentence. And genus, that comprises of group of related species. Yes, this is the correct answer. So here 1, 3 and 4. So the option C is the correct answer. So find out the, so in this type of question, find out the noun sentence and compare it with the ಆಪ್ಷನ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಈಗ ನಿಮಗೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ಜೀನಸ್ ಕಂಪ್ರೈಸಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಆಫ್ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಸ್ಪೀಶೀಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ, ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ 1 ಯಾವ ಒಂದು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಯಾವ ಒಂದು ಆಪ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಟಿಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಸೊ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಈಸಿಲಿ ಎಲಿಮಿನೇಟ್ ದ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಬಿ ಅಂಡ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಡಿ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಡಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಕಂಟೈನ್ ದ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಒನ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ಎಲಿಮಿನೇಟ್ ದ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಟಿಕ್ ದ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್. Which of the following statements are correct or statement is correct? Classification is the providing of standardized names to the organisms such that particular organisms known by the same all over the world. This is the first sentence. Taxonomy is the correct description of an organism and recognition in its scientific name. The system of naming with two components is proposed by Carolus Linnaeus. Zoological names are based on International Code for Zoological Nomenclature, that is ICZN. Yes, zoological names are based on the nomenclature, that is based on the International Code for the Zoological Nomenclature. Yes, fourth option is correct. And see the first one. Classification is the providing standardized names to the organism such that particular organisms known by same all over the world. Yes, this definition also correct. And the system of naming with two components is proposed by the Carolus Linnaeus. Yes, so this sentence is also correct, right? So what is the correct option then? What is the correct answer? Here, I think the option is wrong, I think. Okay. So classification is the, sorry, this sentence, classification. So it's not a providing the name. Nomenclature. Here, nomenclature is the providing the standardized name. So not the classification. Classification means it is the it is the classifying the organisms, not naming the organisms. And here fourth sentence that is correct and third is also correct, right? But first and second that is wrong. Taxonomy, it is the correct description of an organism. So taxonomy, it does not involves the correct description. So it is identification, and so mainly taxonomy that involves the identification of the animals, organisms, right? So option 2 is also a wrong one. Option 1 here, classification, this word you have to concentrate. Okay, I thought it is nomenclature. So classification means it is not a providing a name. Okay, so there should be a nomenclature. So the first option is also wrong, second option is also wrong, third and fourth options are correct one. Here, so you can find the second one, that is also incorrect statement. Identification and recognition are components of the taxonomy. So what are the components of taxonomy? Mainly identification and recognition. So here what is given in that sentence? Identification is not given, right? Identification word is not there. Description. So this description that is not involved in the taxonomy. Description. So here identification and the recognition of the organism. So that should come. Next question. Which of the following taxonomic categories is being described by the given statements? Which one category is described here? So that you have to explain. It is the basic unit of classification. It is defined as the group of individuals which resemble in their morphological and reproductive characters and interbreed among themselves and produce fertile offsprings. Human beings belong to the species sapiens. which is grouped in the genus Homo. Okay. So here three sentences are given. So it is related to which of the following? Species, genus, order, family. It is related to what? These sentences, it is related to the, yes, that one is very, this question is very easy. No, please comment your answer in your, in the comment box. Option A, species. Yes, correct. Option A, that is the correct answer. So here, species are described in the above sentence. It is the basic unit of classification. Yes, it is defined as the group of individuals which resemble and they are able to interbreed. That is also correct one. Human beings belong to the species, that is the sapiens. That is also correct one. So here, species are described in the sentence. Next question. Which of the following statements are not correct? Genus comprises of group of related species which has more characters in common in comparison to the species of other genera. Three different genera such as Solanum, Datura, Petunia are placed in the family Malvaceae. So here, read the second sentence. In case of plants, classes with few similar characters assigned to a higher category called phylum. So which one of the following statements are not correct? So that you have to find out. See this statement. Here, three different genera such as Solanum, Datura and Petunia, they belong to the family Malvaceae. So they does not belong to the family Malvaceae. They belong to the family Solanaceae. They belong to the family Solanaceae. So this sentence is also wrong. They belong to the family Solanaceae. So here Malvaceae is given. So option 2 is wrong. So here we can take the option A and the option C. And see, in case of plants, classes with a few similar characters are assigned to the higher category phylum. Yes. Is it a correct statement? Here, so phylum, that is not used for the plants. Division is used for the plants, right? So here, the phylum word is not used for the plants. So here option C, both 2 and 3, that is wrong one, because here phylum word is used, right? In case of plants, classes will with few similar characters are assigned to a higher category called phylum. That is the wrong statement. And here Malvaceae is given. That is also wrong one. So option C, that is both 2 and 3. Yes, here this genus comprises of group of related species. Yes, genus comprises of group of related species which has more characters in common in comparison to the other genera. That is the correct statement. Next question. Again, the same question. Which of the following statements are incorrect? Incorrect statements you have to find. The scientific name of humans is Homo sapiens. Organisms placed in the same genus are least closely related. Moving from species to kingdom, more different species are included in each higher category. Species that are in the same genus share very specific characters. Yes, what is the option for this question? Sorry. Uh, Here, incorrect statements you have to find. Only A, B, C, D are the options. No other options. The scientific name of humans is Homo sapiens. That is correct. Organisms placed in the same genus are least closely related. So they are not least closely related, right? So they are the least closely related are placed under the kingdom. Moving from species to the kingdom, more different species included in each higher category. Species that are in the same genus share very specific characteristics. So here the incorrect statement, that is the second one. Yes, you have to read this question properly. In the taxonomic categories, which hierarchical or arrangement in the ascending order is correct in case of animals? Yes, which one is the correct one? Find the ascending order. Ascending, increasing order. Kingdom, class, phylum, family, order, genus, species. Yes, kingdom is at the start and the species is also present at the end. So you have to find out the correct one. Here, kingdom. Yes, please comment your answer in the comment box. Kingdom, class, phylum. So after kingdom, phylum should come. So option 1 is the wrong one. Kingdom, phylum. So here also phylum is not there. So option B is also wrong one. Here kingdom, order is there. No phylum. So this is also wrong one. Here kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus and species. So this is the, so easily you can find out this. No need to know all the 7 categories of taxonomy. If you know kingdom, after that phylum will come. So you can easily answer to this question. So option D is the correct answer. Next one, which of the following belongs to the family Murcidae? Yes, cockroach, housefly, firefly, grasshopper. Yes, option cockroach, housefly, firefly, grasshopper. Yes, which one of the following belong to the family Murcidae? That is the correct option. Housefly, that belongs to the family. And what about the other one here? Houseflies belongs to the family Murcidae and class Insecta, and they belongs to the Arthropoda. Right. Fireflies are placed in the family Lampyridae, and in case in the class Insecta. Grasshopper, that is placed in the family Acrididae, and cockroach, that is also placed in the Blattidae. So that is the family of the cockroach. Here cockroach, that is Blattidae, and grasshopper, that is Acrididae, and fireflies, they belong to the Lampyridae. So this is the Lampyridae. Next one. Select the correctly written scientific name of mango which was first described by Carolus Linnaeus. Yes, select the correctly written scientific name of mango which was first described by Carolus Linnaeus. Yes, how to write the scientific name of mango? Yes, write the correct one. See the option Mangifera indica. Option B is also Mangifera indica Carolus Linnaeus. Mangifera indica Linnaeus. None. Yes, many are writing option B and C. Option B and C. Option C. Here, Mangifera. Yes, Mangifera. Mangifera. So that is same in the option A, B and C. So that is correct. And indica, that should be in the small, that should start with the small letter. So here you can find the capital letter. Here also you can find the capital letter. So only here you can find the small letter. Mangifera indica, Linn. So that is the scientist's name who discovered this. So the correct option is option C. Next question. Which of the following is against the rule of ICBN? Against the rule of ICBN, International Code for Botanical Nomenclature, handwritten scientific names should be underlined. Every species should have a generic name and the specific epithet. Scientific names are Latin and should be italicized when printed. Generic and specific names should be written starting with the small letters. So, which one is the wrong one? So, that is based on the rules of the binomial nomenclature. Yes, which one is the correct one? Handwritten scientific name should be underlined. Yes, that is the correct rule of the ICBN, right? Then every species should have generic name and the specific epithet. Yes, that is also correct one. Scientific names are in Latin and should be italicized when printed. Yes, that should be written in italics when it is printed. That is also correct one. Generic name and the specific names should be written starting with the small letter. So starting with the small letter. So here generic name should start with the capital and only species name should start with the small letter. So option D is the wrong one. Okay. So which of the following against the rules of ICBN? That is the option D. Yes. Next question. Nomenclature is governed by certain universal rules. Which one of the following is contrary to the rules of nomenclature? So that is the similar question. So to the last one. Biological names can be written in any language. The first word in a biological name represents the genus name and the second is the specific epithet. The names are written in Latin and are italicized when printed, when written in hand. So that is the same question. When written by hand, the names are to be underlined. That is the same question, but yes, you have to answer the question. You have to comment the correct answer to the question. Biological names can be written in any language. So that is the wrong one. The first word in a biological name represents the genus, and the second, that is the specific epithet. The names are written in Latin and italicized when it is printed. That is the correct one. When written by hand, the names are to be underlined. Yes. So that is the correct one. So here, option B, that is not, that is contrary to the rules of the nomenclature. That is the binomial nomenclature. So option A, sorry, biological names can be written in any language. Yes, here option A is the correct answer. So this is the answer. Binomial nomenclature is a formal system of naming species of living organism. So that name composed of the two parts, that is Latin grammatical forms, not in any language, that is the Latin grammatical forms, although they can be based on the words from other languages. So that Latin is origin, the Latin, or maybe that is originated from some other, the words that is taken, that is from the some other language, but it will be in Latin only. Okay, so that is the option A, that is not, that is the contrary to the rules of the nomenclature. Option A is the correct answer for this question. Yes, dear students, so I'm ending this session uh, 5 minutes before only, so due to some technical reasons. So thank you, dear students. I hope this session is helpful for you people. And if you have any doubts, you can comment in the comment box. Okay. Yes, thank you. We'll meet in the next session. I hope today we solved around 20 questions related to the this chapter. So tomorrow we are going to start the next chapter. We are solving the some CET questions, MCQ question from the next chapter. Thank you.